This is Meshcast. Fact check first, hedges preserved. Today's clip is Roman Yampolskiy on Danny Jones Clips, posted August 22nd, 2026, with the headline, AI just proved there is no God. I have to flag the title up front. It's the opposite of what Yampolskiy actually argues in the clip. He argues if we're in a simulation, the being that wrote it functionally is God. So the title is bait. The content is real, and it's interesting. Who is Yampolskiy? Real credentials. Professor of Computer Science at the University of Louisville. Published on AI safety for over a decade. Author of a 2024 book from Taylor and Francis called AI, Unexplainable, Unpredictable, Uncontrollable. His thesis is that a superintelligence would be impossible to control and probably wipe us out. He's a serious voice in the field, not a random doomer. So when he talks about the simulation, he's using it as a thought experiment about superintelligence, not selling mysticism. Here's the actual argument. If this world is a simulation, somebody wrote it. Could be a future version of humanity, could be aliens, could be an AI thinking very deeply about a problem. Whichever it is, that entity built the world, set the rules, and watches what happens inside. Yampolskiy's line is, if you don't have a word for programmer, scientist, or engineer, you call that thing God. Same abilities, different vocabulary. He's not proving God exists or doesn't. He's saying the simulation frame and the God frame collapse into each other. Here's the first hedge the clip skips. Yampolskiy says, statistically, it's more likely than not we were created by future humans. That's not statistics. That's Nick Bostrom's simulation trilemma from 2003. Bostrom's actual claim is one of three things is true. Either civilizations go extinct before they can run simulations, or they choose not to run them, or we're almost certainly in one. Yampolskiy jumps to option 3 without ruling out 1 and 2. It's a real argument. It's not a proven probability. Second hedge. Danny asks what the best counter-argument is. Yampolskiy says some researchers think if a friendly superintelligence is running us and we're still alive, that proves friendly superintelligence is possible. He rejects it by saying nobody would sign this off as an experiment. No university ethics board would approve putting 8 billion people through what happens to children in this world. That's a moral intuition, not evidence against the simulation. A mind alien enough to simulate universes wouldn't share our ethics review boards. He's arguing from human values against something he defines as non-human. Third piece, the near-death experiences. Yampolskiy says people who die and come back always see what their culture already taught them. He compares it to a neural network. Cut the inputs, and it starts processing its own noise as if the noise were the world. The pattern is real. Sensory deprivation research goes back to John Lilly in the 1950s. Neural network hallucination under starved inputs was demonstrated in Google's Deep Dream in 2015. But the tight mechanistic equivalence he draws between a dying brain and a starved neural net is a suggestive analogy. It's not established neuroscience. It sounds cleaner than it is. Bottom line. Yampolskiy's simulation argument is a real, serious version of Bostrom's 2003 paper, refocused on superintelligence. His hedges are real. His George Hotz reference on iPhone and PlayStation 3 checks out. His NDE and neural net analogy is interesting, but overstated. And the video's title, AI Just Proved There Is No God, is the opposite of what he actually says. He says if we're in a sim, the simulator is God by definition. Watch the full episode. Don't trust the thumbnail. That's Meshcast. Fact check first.